Welcome back. I am Mr. X. That is Duffman, Rage Duffman, be exact. Follow him on Twitter. Great guy. And we are here doing the Scuf Gaming Scuf Showdowns, TK versus Optic Gaming. Obviously, guys, keep those hashtags coming in. Hashtag Optic if you want Optic to win, or you think they're going to win. Hashtag TK. More people should be hashtagging TK. Nice people. Sharp's a funny guy. And hashtag
the guys
Scuf
on
Showdowns,
TK.
Obviously. Yeah. TK guys are great. You know, this next map coming up.
Let's get some TK people in here.
Yeah. Where are the TK people at?
Show some support, okay? Golly.
Yeah. Do their fans have names? I don't think though. Like Denial, they're the Wolf Pack, evidently. I met some Wolf Packers.
Yeah, Denial have the Wolf Pack.
I met some Wolf Packers at
Green Wall.
Dallas. I met some Wolf Packers at Dallas. They were cool guys.
Wow.
But you know, this next map coming up is going to be Sovereign Domination. You know, the map's loading up right now. Duff, man, this is a map that favors players like Goonjar, favors players like Clayster. You know, long-range engagements, and also, you know,
Proof.
players like Nadeshot as well, Proof as well.
Yeah.
Players like Nadeshot, they can get those flanks on through Snake, underground. There's so many areas, and you know, you really get rewarded when you put pressure on another team's home flag.
Yeah, absolutely. Typically, you see in this map a lot of overextensions. It's typically Battle of B, getting that B dom in middle of the map. But because this map is almost 3 lanes, well, it's really multiple lanes, to be honest with you, it's difficult to cover those overextensions. And a lot of teams, if they can't gain control of middle map, will do that overextension, try to get on the enemy's home flag, make the spawns go absolutely haywire, and try to play for better positioning on the map. We're going to jump into the game, though. Team Caliber off the Hot Blitz win with a commanding victory thanks to some amazing performance by Goon and Nez and team. Let's see if they can continue their dominance as we head into Dom Sov.
Yeah, and I'm on board with Goonjar. See if he can keep up that hot start. And I think I jinxed him, Duff, man.
Literally dead right away. All right, we're on board with Goot. Dead. Perfect.
Yep.
Nez, though, hanging out middle map's gonna spot a player. That's Nade on yellow catwalk. Now gonna try to play for B, but there's Scump making plays, able to pick him up very quickly. Scump, though, gonna get surrounded, and there's Goon coming in with the hot kills. He's got a 2-piece on Scump and Clay. Proof gonna try to pick him up, and then Theory try to battle it out yet again. And this is exactly what we talk about. All that confrontation is gonna almost consistently happen in the middle of the map here, based on the way these flags are positioned. Typically, the teams that can overextend the most effective usually come out on top because they gain control of that map, and the other team cannot keep up with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually see TK, they're going to go for a 3-cap right here, Duffman, and it looks like they're at least going to neutral A, and it looks like Clayster, he's going to be on B. There is just chaos happening everywhere, Duffman. It looks like Optic, you know, they're going to hold on to their home flag, and, you know, they're pretty much going to resent TK, take B back, and we're pretty much in the same spot we were in originally. I'm on board with Scump right now. He has a great opportunity to push straight through Snake and make a play on the C flag, and I think that's where he should go, but it looks like he's going to wrap back towards his own flag.
His teammates are having major trouble getting out of the spawn, and I kind of like this play just because he's trying to help him get out, but I do support him getting across the map and causing that attention towards the enemies, towards Team Caliber's home flag. That may also help his team get out there, as well as it may result in him neutralizing or capping that flag.
Yeah, and you know, I'm more of a selfish player, Duff, man. I'm not going to lie. My teammates can't get out of the spawn. They deserve to stay there. I would have went for kills, and right now I just jumped on board with Sharp, and he is going to be taking A, picks up that 1 kill, and that is huge, but he's going to be challenged from behind by another player, and it is Proofy able to take him out, and it looks like Optic is going to be able to get A-B control, but it looks like B is going to be taken back, and it looks like that's Neslo.
Neslo making major plays on that B flag. He will go ahead and stay up. He's going to get taken out. Finally, though, by Nade. Meanwhile, Neslo, excuse me, that was Sharp. But Neslo finally does drop thanks to the hands of Proofy. Meanwhile, Sharp and Goon trying to come out of spawn, get that B flag that is quickly being lost to Optic. And already, Sharp's going to find a player top nest in that control area. That player's just going to try to stay alive for as long as they can and allow the rest of Optic to gather B. And now they've got that 2-flag cap. They're going to try to climb back into this one and make a dent in that 20-point deficit.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you see 3 dead there for TK. And it looks like Nadeshot, he's going to push straight through green side, and he's just going to sit back and he's going to watch servers. And, you know, right there, he probably got a little too over anxious with Scump. Actually, he's going to pick up 2 players. This looks like over at C door, and those are big kills, and he's gonna have to rotate over to C, and that's Neslo again, Duffman. Neslo on B right again.
4 caps for Neslo, as he's obviously been the one to play that major objective for Team Caliber, and he's just been managing to stay alive. And I love the way he's kind of circling back to B, almost like he's playing it like it's a hard point. He gets in there, grabs it, and then kind of floats around it, waits for an Optic player to jump around that area, and then able to catch him off guard because he's not actually on the flag. Right now, though, applying pressure on this C flag, they're gonna have to go ahead and cap it, as Optic did manage to make that overextension to A, or did manage to keep their A flag after they neutralized C.
Yeah, I know, big play right there out of Neslo, able to take C right back. And like you said, Duff, man, I mean, it's extremely important to hold these outside flags in this map. If the other team gets control of your home flag, it's not looking good, because then you start getting that, you know, snake spawn, and you start getting that green server spawn, and it makes it very difficult to break out of.
I'm going to switch on over to Scump, who just picks up a 2-piece yellow catwalk. He's looking to make some plays on B now, as 2 went down for Team Caliber. He's anticipating the push from his side of the spawn and gets taken out by Sharp. Meanwhile, Nadeshot going to start to push out, also taken out by Sharp. Proofy now next to respond here, 44 seconds. And obviously in the last minute of domination, the first side, you're going to see teams get the most aggressive, looking for triple caps, looking to gather the flags that they've not been able to hold this entire time. And as Optics down by more than 30 points at this point, Mr. X, it's going to be difficult for them to mount a comeback on that second side.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be very difficult for them to mount a comeback. But, you know, we have seen comebacks on this map, man. This is one of the maps I think it's a little bit easier to make a comeback than, you know, let's say a Freight or especially Strike Zone. Strike Zone is very difficult to make a comeback. So there was a map that Optic could come back from a plus 30, you know, pretty much loss. It would be this one. But, you know, we have seen TK pretty much dominate. You know, Neslo has been a big force in that. I mean, he's been picking up kills left and right on that B flag. And we saw Goon would come in and be their dominating force Slayer-wise. But, you know, 7 and 13 now when we expected.
Goon struggling on the opposite side, very comparable in the KD columns. If you look at both of these teams, you got Clayster also struggling, 8 and 16, going double negative. Scump going just even, just like Sharp is, and then you've got Nade playing the objective, but down by 3, and of course Proofy doing the slaying, 16 and 9. Proof's always such a fun player to watch on this map, as he's obviously a very dominant AR. He's very strong with an AR. If you get a Remington in his hands, he almost doesn't miss. But to watch him with a Vector is pretty crazy. And let's see what he can do as he pushes top control room, looking for that early map control for Optic Gaming to grab B.
Yeah, I would like to see them put an AR in his hands, definitely. Like I agree. You were saying, I mean, it makes total sense. He would have been able to push that with an AR and probably able to pick up that kill Yellow Bridge. But, you know, a lot of teams, they've gone away from that AR use. And, you know, every player I go on from Optic is just dropping like flies. You know, I'm going on with Proof as he comes up to spawn. He's dead. Let's go on with Scump. He's fighting 2 players mid. And, you know, he's able to pick up a kill. You know, Optic really needs to get something going right away. You see Scump. He's going to pick up Sharp. And another player coming up the yellow stairs. He's able to take him out. And Scump is just fiending kills right now.
Now he's going to make a challenge on B. He does have support from his teammate, able to pick up another kill there on Goon. And now Optic Gaming, after an impressive start for Scump, getting up into control room, really allowed Optic to gain that map control. And now they've got the 2-flag advantage. Scump now going to start to apply the pressure, and now he's got his specialist bonus.
Yeah, you know, right there, that's the exact kind of pressure and run that they needed. But Optic needs to watch Snake. They can't let TK get to their home flag, and there's one player coming through Snake. I have him highlighted on your mini-map. That's going to be Sharp. I'm still on board with Nadeshot, though, but you see Sharp. I'm actually going to jump on board with him. He's going to have a huge gun battle over here at C. TK, he's going to lose that, actually, though, and that's going to be big for Optic Gaming. You know, if they're able to hold this stuff, man, they're going to make a comeback. And I know, watching Nadeshot, he's got to really push up and put pressure on that elbow area at A.
It's amazing to see how the tides have turned, and it really all started with Scump going massive in control room, where that B bomb site typically is an S&D. He was able to stay alive, able to take out 9 kills before allowing his teammates to push up. And right now you got Proof hanging out on B, killing everything except this guy Goon. He's finally able to pick him up.
Yeah, and I'm going to go on board with Proof right now, and he is just patrolling the front of C like we were talking about. You know, they needed to have that player over there to watch Snake, but, you know, they're going to get flooded, it looks like, over at B, and that's going to be Neslo again. He's going to take back B, and he's been their MVP this map, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know, still on board with the proof as the rest of Optics are going to start to push up. He'll head underground and now try to climb up this ladder onto B. 2 down for Team Caliber as well as Optic. It's going to be up to Nade and Proofy to stay up on this B area. Nade can't stay alive up top in control, but Proof has just enough time to finally grab B before finally getting taken out. It's going to be up to Clay and Scump, who also go down. Nade's coming out of spawn. Nade has to go absolutely massive right now. He finds one. Blue Hall has to challenge, limited on ammo, and he will get taken out by Sharp.
Yeah, and the player I want to go on board with right here is Goonjar. He switched to an AR like we were talking about. Maybe Proofy should have went to an AR. Goonjar switched to an AR, and he was able to, really deter Nade from going down mid-alley. But, he's got no ammo, Duffman. As Scump comes with the scares and kills him, and is Scump going to make a play on A? And yes, he is, and this would be huge for Optic Gaming.
Unfortunately, Sharp able to sniff him out, coming in like death from above. We'll be able to clean him up, and Optic's gonna have a minute 44 to answer back, down 144 to 108. Team Caliber has just been the storyline here, and Neslo really has been, honestly, the key player as to why they've been so successful in this map with his plays.
Oh, without a doubt. He's got 7 caps. We've seen him defend B numerous amounts of times. Every time, there was a big play going down on B, I felt like we were always switching on board to Neslo. And you see a lot of the members of TK on your mini-map. They're just going to hold on to that A flag as they know this map is pretty much in the books for them. Up 30 with a minute and 10 seconds left. Pretty impossible for Optic to come back. And it looks like, Duffman, you're going to get a Game 5.
We got a Game 5 S&D basically on the way right now. Optic, of course, trying to force a triple cap here. And actually, you're going to see Proof jumping in. Cannot stay alive long enough. And that's going to leave Clay to try to make some plays on A. And he, unfortunately, will go down. So it doesn't look like we'll see that triple cap. But here comes Scump, the Ginger Ninja, able to pick up one. And now it's still trying to force the issue on A as Optic knows they need this triple cap. And, of course, Team Caliber knows they just need to hold on to one flag for the rest of this game as the score now moves 157 to 134.
Oh yeah, this game's been over.
It's done now. It's done.
And for Optic, Proof had a pretty good game. Nade from your OBJ player going +1, not bad. Scump +4, you'll take that. Really, Clayster had a pretty rough game. 13-30, only 2 caps, 13-31. It's going to be difficult to win when somebody's going that negative and the other team pretty much has everyone around 1 to plus.
Clay also ran a Vector, I want to point out. And Clay, it's usually either Clay or Proofy, and at least from what I've seen consistently with this Optic Gaming squad, on this map who will run an AR and just kind of post up in those power positions, either on blue catwalk or maybe even get top control and slay out of their base, or even just on their respective caution, looking down blue and yellow street. And we did not see that out of Optic. However, we did see that out of Team Caliber through the eyes of Goonjar. And I have to say, obviously with the plays of Neslo, that Goon played a crucial role in that victory for Team Caliber because of those long distance gunfights that he was able to win because of the weapon he had in his hands. Yeah, absolutely. Goon really came alive once he switched that AR, and his kills weren't huge. Neslo was the one really making plays, 27-20 with 7 caps. But Goon with that AR able to lock down that mid alley for a little bit, really helped keep Optic off of B. And that's what it's going to push us to this Game 5. So guys, this is what's on the line. Whew. Hashtag Optic, hashtag TK, hashtag Scuff Showdowns. Big shout out to Scuff Gaming. Make an awesome controller I use when at home. Keeps my hands all nice and warm. All my old man hands from playing claw. Love my paddles. Yeah, I love my paddles, man. And we are going to jump into a quick commercial break before the final map, Game 5 Freight S&D, coming up next.